one of the episodes, the shows we're talking about, it's my first season watching it.
Oh my God, Atlanta. Yeah. Ellie's in New Atlanta. Hey, Hotties.
God.
Welcome back.
Atlanta.
Welcome back to the Real House Guest of North Hollywood. I'm your host. Here's Ellie. Ellie has been on the podcast so many times, but we realized it's been 6 months, which is a long time.
I feel like it's a long time. So much has happened.
So much has happened.
Seasons have started and ended.
Yeah. A lot has changed. I've upgraded. I've gotten better. And we frankly just have more viewers.
I can hear my voice.
You can hear your voice. There is no mic plugged into a computer right now. It's plugged into what it should be plugged into.
Yeah.
The technical terms are on producer Ezra.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like other podcasters hate me because they always want to talk the tech of it. And I'm always like, yeah. Here are you.
And we set it up all.
Microphones. I know about those.
Yeah.
I have a microphone.
This one, two.
There might be another one. Who knows?
Ooh.
I really don't know.
I don't either.
But wow, what a week of Bravo and Summer House. Okay, so Summer House, one thing I want to start off with saying is most of the episode doesn't take place in the Hamptons.
No, it doesn't. Which, like, we started like in the house, and normally, like, if we're gonna start there, my thought process was they're gonna leave,
and then we'll start next weekend.
We'll start next weekend.
Maybe get one cast thing in the city. No, we got like 3 things.
So much. Like, I think
amazing.
It's going to end with them, like, we got a full episode of them in the city, essentially.
I loved it. And I think they should start to transition to more scenes of them in the city. I want kind of like set. And I was thinking too, Lindsay could stay on. What they could do is film more scenes in the city, because I really like seeing the cast in the city personally.
I do too.
I knew about the Kickball League because Paige would talk about on Giggly Squad, but I loved seeing it. And I like seeing them going on dates. I like seeing them hanging out.
I like seeing what restaurants they go to.
Me too. So they could have more scenes in the city. That way Lindsay can be a part. And then they still have the Hamptons house. And Lindsay could maybe have a second house that's like she stays there and then can maybe come visit during the day and then goes back to her baby. Like, she has a babysitter there. Yeah. And then another thing I've been thinking about was Summer House. The house could be anywhere.
If we're spending more time in the city now, we could have cast trips. I think Summer House could be like a beautiful Frankenstein of Summer House meets Winter House. Meets a Real Housewife show. But I will say, I love the idea of like them more in the city. The Lindsay part of it all.
You're not down for.
I'm not down for, because I'm like, Lindsay, you don't, as much as some of these people are your friends, you can leave. Like, but do you leave to RHOA? Yeah.
No, and Andy was talking about it on his radio show this week. Yeah. He said Paige is not at RHOA. Yeah. No, like, she's not there. I agree. Like, whenever people are like, Paige should be on RHOA, I'm like, no, she's not married. She doesn't have a child. She's not looking for that.
She gives off Summer House, especially now since the breakup. Like,
no, I need to see her in the house. I need to see. I don't think she'll hook up on camera.
But let her loosen up a little bit more as a single Paige. Like, I would love to see that.
But Lindsay, I'll take. And he didn't. He said, I can't say anything on Lindsay. So that meant
they're
negotiating. Yeah. I think they're negotiating.
And I have no problem against Lindsay as an individual. I'm so happy she had her baby girl. Like, but I would love to see her in RHOA and less on Summer House, because I just don't think she shines as bright as she is capable with Summer House. Like, it's not.
Well, she is a load of, like, you never know what you're going to get from her. Yes. And we got some of that this episode.
Yeah, and I think I want to see her with the smaller cast. Like, I just want to see more of Lindsay.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's jump into it. So it opens kind of where we left off, which was everyone kind of recounting the night and Jesse wanting to talk about the threesome, but he wanted to act like he wasn't there, which was very interesting because Emerald kind of seemed like he didn't want to talk about it. And then Paige and Craig get ready to go home. In her confessional, she says Craig keeps saying nice things to her, but they make her feel icky. So it's like very Southern. I wanted to ask if you have any experiences coming from Texas where people say nice things, but they make you feel icky.
Yes. I can see it. I mean, he is from like South Carolina. Yeah. So like that makes sense. It's the whole like, oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's that vibe.
You know, they're like,
And Paige is like a New Yorker. She's a straight shoot.
Very straight
you
shooter.
Know?
Not like that at all in the South. Not at least I didn't experience that in growing up in Texas.
Yeah.
And which people would say
white Southern people are also different, and you grew up with your Mexican family.
Yeah, exactly.
You grew up around Mexican people more than Southern people.
And I think there's a relation to the way that she was talking about how saying icky stuff in a nice way that a lot of Hispanic people say too.
Really?
Yes, because it's very like they'll say something to you that doesn't like with the intention of being all nice.
Yeah.
But they're jabbing.
They're jabbing. They're hurting you.
I understand what she meant.
I did too.
It kind of did feel like it.
Yeah. And it sucks. Paige says she can't talk to him about career stuff unless it involves him. But I was thinking, because I was like, Craig is rich too. Like, why does he care? I think Craig is like Charleston rich and she's New York City rich. Because I'm like,
right.
Also, how does Paige make so much money from like doing a podcast?
Like well, she still works as her. Does she still work as like the fashion person? And she does Amazon Lives a lot.
She does. It's the Amazon money. It's not the podcast.
You know,
because I'm like, Paige, tell me how. Like literally, like tell me how, girl. Like, what's the secret? Carl then announces his soft bar event next week. So Soft Bar is going to be this non-alcoholic bar, and he's put $100,000 of his own money into it.
Good Carl. I'm proud of Carl.
I'm proud of him too. I love Carl. Like when he said, like, I respond to every DM, I'm like, he really does.
He really does.
Every time I've ever DM'd Carl, responds that day.
And that's why we love you. That's why we love you. But also, okay, with Carl and the friend, and everybody's talking about like, yeah, hell yeah, do soft bar. Like, I love to see that because, and then they were like, I don't know how it's gonna work out.
I mean, it is. Let's be real. Like,
yeah,
I love that he's doing this. Yes. I'm with the cast.
Yes.
How much money that will make in New York City? I don't know. I wouldn't personally invest $100,000 into a bar that doesn't serve alcohol, but it's probably going to cost the same amount as something with alcohol, is my guess from like the vibe.
But I like this transition that he's at least, you know what, maybe it doesn't succeed, but there's now precedent for because I do think one of the like the intention behind it, right? It's for a place for people who are in recovery and sobriety.
And I love that.
And for pregnant people, for people who don't like the taste of alcohol, could go there and still be social and do that and interact with those people.
There's like someone in my family who's sober, and whenever they come to town, you know, like you go do the activity, you have lunch, but sometimes you just want to like sit down and talk.
Right.
And I'll like want to go to a bar, but I don't want to go to a bar with a sober person, obviously. So we sit at coffee shops. Exactly. And then coffee shops don't have that same like sit and chat vibe.
That like dim lighting and stuff.
Like this person and I once went to like a kava place. Have you had kava before?
I love kava.
Because it's similar as like a non-alc bar, like a kava bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait. Kava, which kava?
Not like kava, the Mediterranean place.
Okay.
I think it's a kind of drink.
That's the one that I was thinking about.
No, it's like a kind of drink. I don't really know that much about it, to be honest.
No, but I do, because, you know, everyone talks about, like, I've met people who are in recovery and talk about you can have a drink. Like that, you know, this was my road. It was my decision. Like, you know.
But you don't want to go to a bar if they can't have anything.
And I'm like, that's awesome. And, you know, maybe one day we'll go to a bar, but I would want to also go to a place that doesn't serve alcohol for you.
I would go every once in a while.
Yeah.
I would like for me, and I'm like poor.
Yeah.
If I had a friend, like let's say you're in recovery, you're sober, and there's a soft bar down the street from us in North Hollywood, Carl, if you're looking to franchise ever. I would probably go with you like every other week if you wanted to.
Oh.
I wouldn't go every week.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, no, girl, I'm going to the real bar this week. You know?
Right. I'm going to go.
Because it's going to cost the same. So if I'm like, I wouldn't go all the time, but I would go have a drink. I hope they serve food too.
Yeah. Like at least little fries.
Pastries, snacks, fries. Right. Well, I think it's healthy. So I don't know if they'll serve fries, Ellie.
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be like people
they can
who are
serve
like
healthy fries.
Like sweet potato fries.
Like sweet potato fries.
Ooh, that'd be good. With like a nice like little garlic aioli.
Mm.
Woo.
Okay. I love a sweet potato fry.
So Paige and Craig are making all these passive aggressive jokes as they're all like leaving.
Are you my number one priority? Do you feel like my number one priority? Oh God, I was cringing.
I thought of every couple I've ever been with who I've been like, I wish they would just break up now. Jesse and Ciara have a long goodbye at the cars. Yeah. Like, did you see? She wrapped her long arms around him and he kind of went under. I was like, okay, Jesse.
Hey.
He thinks he's not acting different. And then we see like everyone doing a little bit of their own thing in the city. And I'm just loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. I love seeing Carl on a call. You know?
Yeah.
I just want to see him on a call. I like that he works now.
Yeah. I want to see Carl work. And
I do.
Yeah. I want to see Wes work. And
I love it.
Yeah. I love seeing him at a complex. And I was like,
I want to hate Wes, but I don't. I really like him. I hate that. I feel like he's put a spell on me. He's doing witchcraft. I feel like I said one mean thing online and he might have seen it. And I'm like, oh, every time I like come to the mic, because I don't think these things, but when I'm on the mic, I'm like, he's really hot. He's really funny. I like seeing him at work.
Makes me giggle.
Lexi and Jesse go on a date on a rooftop. Lexi said she's going through a rough time with her grandma having a double mastectomy.
Yeah.
And then she orders her drink very dirty, filthy, and it's just corny. How do you feel like when you're working and someone's like, give me the filthiest, dirtiest, nastiest? Like,
yeah. Well, and I think that's what it was. It wasn't any like.
It wasn't just like a dirty. It was like a
the dirtiest, filthiest, disgusting martini. And like nothing against Lexi. It's just working in the service industry, and you hear that. Yeah. I've said the joke. Okay, I've said it. I wasn't a martini person, and then I actually realized that the only way I can be a martini person is I have like
martini,
but not only a dirty martini. Like I was making myself one, and it's like
mostly olive juice.
Mostly olive juice. Oh, okay, I do olive juice, cocktail onion juice.
Interesting.
A little vermouth, a swig of vermouth, vodka gin, and then peppercini juice, a splash of it.
I want an Ellie martini.
They're really so good. However, not a traditional martini. I get it.
Yeah.
So when people like say that, it's like I'm like, okay. Yeah. You just hear it constantly.
Yeah. It's just it feels young.
Yeah.
So Jesse doesn't want to tell her about the toe sucking because he thinks it wasn't sexual. That's like such an interesting way to go about that, I think.
Yeah.
He's being super affectionate and he tells Lexi he wants to be exclusive and he doesn't want her to sleep with anyone else. Yeah. And she goes, well, don't make me look stupid, to quote the great Sabrina Carpenter.
And that's how you can see that her generation. I'm like, yeah.
And he's like, huh? Oh, okay. So then we're in New Jersey at Carl's soft bar event, and the vibe is garden party, and it's honestly beautiful.
It's beautiful. It was just it made me
our garden party. Meghan Markle would be so proud of Carl.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Meghan Markle would be so proud.
Do you think Carl was inspired by Meghan Markle? Do you think he had like any Meghan Markle on like the Pinterest board?
Oh, but I don't think with
her show wasn't out yet, but like her vibe, her essence is like garden party.
Yeah.
I bet you maybe he had like one.
You know what? I'd like to dream.
That's in my canon.
Yeah.
Carl talks about wanting to break the cycle of addiction in his family, but also help others. Love that.
Yes.
And when he said that, I was like, actually, soft bar is going to work.
Yeah. I was like, I'm on board. I am on board.
Lil shows up. Now, Lil got a lot of hate online this week.
Yeah.
They were making fun of her outfit that she made. I thought it was cute.
I thought it was cute.
I thought she was so cute. I think she's not meant to be on Bravo, so she's probably overwhelmed with the response, and I get it. But Carl says he likes Lil mostly because she's cute and likes him.
You know what? We got to start somewhere, I guess.
I understand, though, that. Like, when you have, and then Carl's mom's there, and she goes up to Wes and Jesse, and she was like, Wes, I was rooting for you and Ciara.
I was rooting for you,
I was rooting for you.
Like,
damn, he messed up. But Paige and Ciara look so cute. Yeah. I'm obsessed with their outfits, especially Ciara.
Oh, my, stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Paige says if they can support Kyle being a DJ, they can support Carl's soft bar. And I am down for that.
I'm down.
Jesse then tells Paige and Gabby that he's exclusive with Lexi.
Yes.
And they go, did he do that so you couldn't have sex with her? And he goes,
what?
Oh my goodness.
I will not say.
I do not talk about
having sex.
And then Paige calls Jesse out for flirting with Ciara all weekend.
Which he was.
Yeah.
Like.
And then Emerald kind of spreads more information about the toe sucking to Bailey. Bailey's there.
She's back. Where'd you go?
She came.
Girl, where'd you go, Bailey?
I think she got in trouble. Okay. But then Ciara then calls out the toe sucking. And that's how Bailey's like, oh my God. Jesse's then mad at Emerald because he said Emerald shouldn't have told anyone. And I go,
because he broke bro code, which I'm like,
Jesse, you're on TV.
You're on TV.
And if it wasn't sexual, then there's no bro code, right?
Right. Oh.
Right?
Oh, that part.
Because Ez never,
Right.
He's never said bro code.
Yeah.
Can't tell you about that guy cheating on
sorry. It gives me a tiny bit of an ick when a man, I'm sorry, it just died when a man's like, sorry, it's bro code. I'm like, I just don't like the name.
There are things I don't tell, like between our lady friends, I don't tell. But I'm not like girl code, even though that's what it is. Yeah. I just don't say anything.
I just don't.
I just shut my fucking mouth.
Ooh,
ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh. So
knowing that's what it is.
Jesse is nervous about everyone talking about his toe sucking and his flirting with Ciara. He's more nervous about the flirting with Ciara. Which the toe sucking is definitely because he could manipulate Lexi about the flirting with Ciara.
Yeah. Well, that's why that's why
but the toe sucking is a lot worse.
And he was like, it's not serious, so why would I tell her?
That's why you tell her.
That's why you tell her because, and also, my toe was sucked. Like I can see how
his toe just sucked. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I've had my toe sucked. 23 minutes is a long time for toe sucking. Like, I had a dude that was really into feet. I hope my parents are listening to this.
Say more.
No, it wasn't 23 minutes.
No, but
it wasn't 23 minutes.
Look, they say it was only toe sucking. I think maybe, I don't think it's enough time for, something to fall in. But there could be some grazing.
Yeah, or touching. Yeah. Lots of things can happen. So then we see Lexi going to a photo shoot, and then she hears from Jesse at least, about the Ciara stuff.
About the flirting.
And Lexi's just so unsure because Jesse doesn't flirt with anyone when she's there.
Why would they be saying this about you? You don't flirt.
Yeah, you only flirt with me when I'm around.
Which that is so weird. Like, why are you hiding this? If you gas up your friends, then you gas up your friends. Yeah. That is so different. Like, so you should do that when your girl is around and when she's not, because when you don't do it when she's around, it just makes you look guilty.
It does. It does. So then at the party, Lil tells Gabby about how her and Carl met, and she said her and Carl met at a soccer game, and then she slid into his DMs, and then Gabby just assumed Lil and Carl started talking prior to his breakup with Lindsay.
There goes Gabby.
Had no confirmation of the details, but that's what she was going to grab. And then the gang goes to kickball, which we're starting a kickball league.
Look, I don't know about a league,
but we can do a game.
And
then see where it goes from there.
Oh, I already started a notes app.
I'm excited.
And I'm already on the guest list because I think we should have at least like, 17, 18, 15, 14, an even number of people.
Yeah.
But like more than
we need a lot.
Yeah.
If you're local to North Hollywood and want to play kickball,
hey, reach out to me. Let's coordinate.
Comment on this video.
Let's coordinate. Because right now I'm planning on like our friends against our friends, you know? But like, hey, if we have other teams, we could do now a group of friends against another group of friends.
Hit us up if you're in North Hollywood.
That would be fun.
I was going to say Southern California, but I'm like, no, I don't want to leave the Valley.
It's too far. No.
My dream would be to play kickball with the Valley cast.
Do you think they're playing kickball?
I think some of them would. I think Janet would be so much fun to play kickball with.
Yeah, I think it. Okay,
I think Brittany would play kickball.
Okay, you know what? You're right.
Kristen Doty, if she wasn't pregnant, yeah.
It feels like it would be like just a for fun's kickball.
No, I feel like they would be really intense.
Really? Hey, maybe.
If you're on the TV show The Valley.
Hey.
I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Okay, so they're playing kickball, and I guess it's a thing since last year because, you know, they've been doing it for a while. I'm glad they're showing it.
Yeah.
I love that Wes called his mom to ask how much Lindsay can do.
Yeah.
You know,
that's so sweet. So I called my mom, and we could put you here and here. And
it made me again attracted to him.
Yes.
Like,
and how how he was talking about. Ciara was really into it, so I'll take any. He just wants to play a ball.
He was like,
Ciara.
maybe she'll just throw me a ball. That's just like, that's all I want
for right now. Oh,
Ciara, can you forgive him? I get it that you don't want to, but
look, I get it.
Can you? Oh,
damn!
Can you just like throw him a ball?
Throw him a ball.
God, I sound like a misogynist.
No, it just what it is. He just looks so sad. He looks like a sad dog.
Is that
like
what he wants us to do?
Oh my God, he's manipulating.
It's working. It's working. And I'm okay with it. Okay, so Gabby then tells Lindsay about the gossip about Lil, but then Lindsay takes it as fact. She takes it as complete fact.
She takes it as fact, and this was pissed me off. Look, I'm sorry. I'm not a Gabby lover in Summer House. I don't feel like she brings a lot, and I feel mean saying that, but I also feel it true.
It could be the editors too. She could be showing more, and it just gets edited out. We don't know that.
That's fair. And look,
that's her role on the show. Yes. So we're not talking about like she doesn't bring anything, but in the show, she is produced and edited
as that she doesn't.
She's the sidekick.
Yes.
She is Lindsay's sidekick.
Yeah, and hey, that is not to say Gabby.
Because I think she has the best fashion. She has great fashion.
I was about to say she gives. When she gives, she gives.
Yeah.
But to go off that and go off it as fact and telling it to Lindsay, which we know Lindsay will, and then Lindsay to take it as fact and then and embellish it a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Like
it's just a mess.
Oh my gosh. So then go as far as being like, you cheated on me when we were together. Oh, give me a fucking break.
And
like,
then
goddamn.
Right after she gets this information, they go to like the dugout area and Carl goes up to her and he's like, high five. And she goes, nope.
No thanks.
And then Gabby tells everyone about the gossip as Lil's fact. And all the girls are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then Emerald tells the toe sucking story to all the boys.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, because the editors have it side by side, so I'm in my head, it's actually happening at the same time.
Yes.
The girls talk about it, and Bailey breaks the news about him getting his toe sucked.
Yes.
And Lexi's. Whoa, she is mad.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
But yeah,
like she looked pissed. And look, rightly so, because I would be as well.
Yeah.
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 It just, yeah.
So at this point in the episode, you've probably seen that maybe some of the video cut out. And so basically we recorded the episode and then we realized we lost some of Ellie's video, like 40 minutes worth of it. So you're going to see some parts where like Ellie might be just like a figure, but we're re-recording all of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because we both love Atlanta so much.
Yes.
Beep, 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 beep. We're interrupting your regularly scheduled recap for this Bravo news.
Is it ringing?
I think it is. Okay, Ellie. So we need to talk about something that's happened this week, and it felt straight out of Bravo.
Yes.
Like if C-SPAN had a confessional cam. This would be that. Okay. So imagine this.
Okay.
Chaos. The group chat on fire. One cast member, very Lisa Barlow.
Okay.
Okay. Lisa Barlow energy is dominating the narrative, causing drama off camera, on camera, spreading misinformation, acting like they're the victim, even though they're the ones flipping tables behind the scenes. And when it seems like no one's going to step up, someone steps up. Someone steps up. But instead of throwing a drink or storming out of a dinner party like we usually see, this person calmly took the floor.
Oh.
And does not look back. For 25 hours. I'm not kidding.
What?
Yeah. No glam breaks. No charcuterie.
Oh, no.
No glam, no charcuterie. Just talking. Passionately. Thoughtfully. All night long.
Yes.
It was part Whitney Rose, like late night conspiracy board.
Yeah.
Part MK Williams breaking it down. A little Dr. Wendy with all the degrees, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't just political.
No.
It was poetic.
Yes. Literally.
It was poetic.
It was.
He was standing up on calling out bad behavior, calling out really saving the future of our franchise. I mean, our country. Our country, yeah. And refusing to let chaos win. It had drama. It had heart. It had historical context. Yeah. It was one of those rare, first chair reunion moments when someone speaks so clearly, so powerfully that everyone just sits there, even Andy, and listens.
Oh, the best.
So our MVP of the week was Senator Cory Booker, who delivered a 25-hour speech protesting Trump's threats to democracy. Who delivered a 25-hour speech protesting Trump's threats to democracy. And honestly, it was giving the Monique Binder moment, giving Candace with the tissue, like, historic.
Yeah.
But, like any good housewife, the plot thickens.
Yes.
Because just days later, Senator Bernie Sanders introduced a resolution to block U.S. military aid to Israel, citing violations of the ceasefire and the ongoing devastation in Gaza. And guess who voted against it?
Now, who could that be?
Yep. Cory Booker.
Damn.
So like any good housewife, one moment you're screaming, yes, king, yes. The other, you're like, we're doing that now?
That's a choice.
Bravo giveth. Bravo taketh away.
Ugh.
I think we just jump right into Atlanta.
Oh,
because that's all the news that I cared about this week.
Yeah. I mean, we were glued.
Glued.
We're glued.
Tell me how much you love Atlanta.
I love it so much. I can't believe I haven't seen it. This is my first season watching Atlanta. I know about Phaedra a little bit. But damn, why did it take me so long?
Good. They're so good.
So good.
Portia Williams is Lucille Ball.
Oh, yes.
She really is.
She really is. And I watched the first episode, and then you showed me the 2020 episode
of Cynthia Bailey's bachelorette party.
Yes!
You met Candy the dominatrix, Bolo. Bolo and his 10-inch dick
and his
10-inch soft penis.
Yes, it was scary.
Large.
Oh.
Very large.
It hurt.
If you ever want to tell someone like, hey, you should watch Housewives, just watch this.
Well, just watch this.
Yeah.
Like, just dive into the craziest thing ever.
Just Cynthia being.
Oh. And then people's legs were up in the air. People were bent. I was like.
You were like, I want to go there. And then the COVID of it all.
Oh, and the COVID of it, the masks. Oh my gosh. But it was just so spicy and hot. And we have not, like, this would never happen in Beverly Hills.
Not now.
Oh.
Not
I've
now.
also haven't seen old Beverly Hills.
I mean, I did show you the Amsterdam episode the other day.
And it was so good.
So I imagine there's a way with like Lisa Rinna and that crew, you know?
Yeah, so we watched Amsterdam and then she didn't play the next episode and I was like, she's like, you have to go see it. And I was like, you're right.
Go watch that season. It's such a good season. Oh my God,
so
Lisa
good.
Rinna. But yeah, so we're season 16. We were talking about with Atlanta. It's really hard, guys. I like to release on Tuesdays, ideally, maybe Wednesdays. But Atlanta comes out Sunday, but I am a Peacock watcher. I'm not getting pre-screeners yet from Bravo.
Soon.
Once I get those pre-screeners, like I will be on it with the pod, like coming out so quick.
Just watch it.
But so I watch Atlanta on Mondays.
Yeah.
So that's not enough time for my editor, producer, tech, everything.
Yeah.
So we're always going to be, like when you're listening to this, you know, we'll know when we listen to this episode, we'll know what happens with Kenya. We'll see it.
Wow.
I know. How exciting.
I'm so excited.
But at this point, we don't know what happens.
I'm so excited.
We're just mad at Britt.
We're just mad at Britt. We're pissed off at Britt.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. So Angela and Britt go on a hike, but it's a walk. It's a walk. Angela says her family isn't getting along because of like stuff with, she basically told her mom stuff with her husband she shouldn't have said. And then her husband and mom got into it and Angela's like in the middle.
We're good.
Yeah, you're good. Angela's in the middle. And then Britt can relate because she's not getting along with any of her family because of her dad's untimely sudden death.
Oh, yes.
Angela is open to hashing it out with Shamia.
Yeah.
Britt not open to hashing out with Kenya.
No.
As we'll see.
No.
Annoyingly.
And it's annoying. Like,
yeah. Just work it out. Be a good housewife.
Be a good housewife. Yeah. Fight it out. Make up. And
then fight it out again.
Fight it out and make up. And then that's what I love about Housewives. I think that's what intrigues me so much because I think that should be mimicked in real life.
Yeah. Same.
Like,
work it out. Come back together.
I think also because we're both really bad at confrontation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what I aspire to be.
But it teaches us how to be good at confrontation.
It does.
It really does. Shamia has a new song. She said she's been a singer for a long time.
And
she was in a girl group with Kiri Hilson, who was my first concert.
Oh.
Fun fact.
That's awesome.
It was like Kiri Hilson, Lil Wayne, T-Pain.
Now that
I was in
like
7th grade. It was when Kiri Hilson was like, Pretty Girl Rock. You know that song? I was all about it.
Oh.
My friend, her sister took us. And I was like 13. I was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened.
I've peaked.
I remember it's the first time I ever saw someone smoking weed in public. And I was like, is that weed?
Oh my God. And now look at us.
Look at us. But yeah, Shamia's a great singer. I love her voice.
Beautiful. We heard in the first episode of this season. And I heard it and I was like, oh my gosh, she's been touched by an angel.
Truly voice of an angel.
Oh, the voice is just it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Shamia, so she shows off her new song. Love it. She also wants to make peace with Angela because she's a good housewife. Then we see Portia. I am obsessed with Portia.
She looks so good.
Her head to toe Chanel. I thought I hated Chanel because of Dorit.
Yeah.
Because Dorit does not look like Portia looks.
It looks tacky.
But when I saw Portia, I go, I want to look like that.
I was like,
that's Chanel? I like Chanel.
Give me some of that.
She looks so good. Her body, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, look, I'm no longer going to retire at 40 due to my divorce.
Fair.
But she wants to push her brand more.
Yeah.
I did not know about her sheet company.
Yeah.
I love it.
It feels so random and
perfect though.
And perfect, yeah.
It's like sensual, but housewife. You know, come to bed on these clean sheets. And I looked them up and they're not terribly priced. Like $50.
Okay.
Like I'll afterpay it, you know, pay it off in a second.
That doesn't sound, terrible. I get my sheets from like Marshalls.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like half of the price. So like full price is around 50. So that makes sense.
They're probably like, I wonder if we could find them at Marshalls or like TJ Maxx, you know,
Maybe.
But no, I'll buy it from her. to support a single mother.
Yes.
Because I love Portia.
Yes, yes.
And actually, I don't think they have them there. I think she's too
You know
good.
what? I've never seen them.
I've never seen them.
You
know what I have seen at TJ Maxx Fun Bravo Water?
What?
Have you ever seen Shells of Sunset? I think I've made you watch it a few times.
A couple, but not enough to like.
So Asa had this thing called Diamond Water, where she was selling bottled water. She said that infused with diamonds. Like they made it out of a diamond thing, and she would also pray on it. And I see it all the time at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, like those kinds of stores.
Why? I don't think that would be edible. If it's made out of diamond?
No, it's like the water is like infused with the diamonds.
Like it rushed off of a diamond or something.
But then they clear it out. Look,
you know what? It's at Marshall's.
You're really paying for water in the shape of a diamond. Like it's a diamond-shaped bottle.
Oh.
Too.
Oh.
And it was called Diamond Water.
Okay.
And she was like, Diamond
Water. I'm going to look out for it now.
Yeah. So you see that, but I have never seen Portia stuff.
No. Exclusively online.
Exclusively. And she's going to expand that home line, honey.
Duvets,
comforters. Like I'm down for it. I would love my bed to be all. I would actually die if my whole bed. I want my bedroom all Portia Williams.
Portia Williams.
I love her that much. I'm such a Portia fan. I like hope she knows. Like I
think so.
I think she does.
I think so.
The other day I was going through my TikToks because I don't like look through the notifications as much because it overwhelms me on TikTok. Right. It's a lot.
They're blowing you up.
It's just like I think with anyone on TikTok, it's like a lot of notifications.
Yeah, I try to turn it off on my post because I'm like
it's too much.
And then I feel that's what gets me that like phone anxiety that I'm like. I feel it ding, and then I go like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what can it be? That. And it's a fucking like. And I'm like,
I don't care. But yeah, I looked at the comment, and it was a verified account, and I was like, oh my God, it's Kristen Doty. And I love Kristen Doty. We're doing her book for book club.
Yes.
And I saw it was co-authored by the girl who wrote How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Ooh.
Which I kind of love it.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm excited too. I told the librarian, I tried to convince them to, because I went in, I was like, hey, do you have this book? Sorry, Kristen, I'm poor.
Look, send it.
I always check the library first.
Yeah.
But they didn't have it. They only had it as an ebook. And I go, I have a really popular podcast. And when I review a book, you're going to get it. And I'm the Real House guest of North Hollywood. So you're going to tell me the North Hollywood branch isn't going to carry my next book. And the librarian said, haha, sorry, it's not in the budget.
Oh.
Which I understand. Their budgets have been cut.
Yeah.
They have it as an ebook. And that's what she was like, I can't because we have it as an ebook. I was like, got it. So I'm going to probably just buy the book.
Okay.
So I'm supporting you, Kristen, unless you want to support me.
Send the book.
But yeah, Portia's mad about the whole Dennis and Drew thing, as she should be.
She fucking should. I would be pissed.
Yeah. And then we see Drew and Ralph. They're getting along. They're co-parenting. We see them playing with their kids. I don't really like either of them, but I like that they're getting along for their kids.
Yeah, that's nice. That's healthy.
That's good.
I don't like Ralph. I saw him and I was like, ugh.
He was like creeping up and I was like, go away, Ralph. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like a
no, literally. He speaks
always
and I'm like, shut up.
Creeping and I'm like, go away. He has a confessional and I'm like, no shirt, like put a shirt on.
Put a shirt on.
Put a shirt on.
Like, oh God.
So in their divorce order, they're not supposed to discuss the kids, but the kids keep bringing them articles.
Yeah.
What would you do?
That one's rough. Because like you can't call the judge in like the middle of the night when the kids like being like, Mom, what's this?
I know.
So what would I would do?
I would probably just talk to my kid.
I would talk to my kids and be like,
look, I can't talk to you, but yeah, we're getting a divorce.
You didn't hear that from me.
Why do you think I'm in the basement? And then we see Kenya's new salon. Kelly goes to visit. The salon is so beautiful. She built it out of nothing. It wasn't a salon first. Insane. That's very hard to do. I don't think people, like when she said it, I'm like, that's very hard to do.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of time. Kelly has a bodyguard because of her abusive ex. She like opens up to Kenya. her ex threatened to kill her in court.
That's horrible. And
Horrible. Scary.
And the audacity, too. Thank goodness he did, though, because
so many people don't believe women.
No.
Be like, this man's threatening. And like,
yeah, like, good thing that way there's a restraining order. She was able to get a bodyguard because she needs to be there for her.
And I really do think she's scared he might kill her.
Yeah.
And I thought about Taylor Armstrong on Beverly Hills. Yeah. I also thought about like O.J. Simpson and Nicole Simpson Brown. And I thought about how like so many women are like, this man's going to kill me. And we need to listen to them because sometimes they do. Like Nicole.
Yeah. And which it helps that she's on this platform. Yeah. Because now the whole world essentially is.
Yeah. And I hope like her being on the show, she does become like a domestic violence advocate. I really do. Yeah. So her ex is trying to take the business away from her too. He's the worst.
He's disgusting.
Ralph is pretty bad, but at least he's not her ex.
Yeah, there's
levels. So Kenya's really scared because she spent her daughter's college fund on a salon, but Kelly tells her, "Girl, it's going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
You have to go for it. It's going to work."
Yeah.
And we saw the reviews.
It was good.
It was good.
People were liking it.
I think for a new Bravo business, it doesn't look so bad.
Doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
So then Britt has a dinner with her sisters, and they haven't seen each other for a while. But her sister just doesn't feel supported by Britt because her husband's always around. And I get it. I would not want that man around me.
No. First of all,
he gives me the ick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Britt. Your husband is just like... Ugh.
Yeah. No, that's so fair. But then, like, just on the... First of all, this is your sister.
This is your sister.
Who just wants to spend time with her sister. Why does your man have to be there? Yeah. But I think in any situation, like, I want to be talking to my friend, not my friend and her partner all the time. Yeah. And she brings him around always.
Yeah.
Like,
so annoying.
What? And then he was calling her at dinner.
And be like, come home, come home. No, I'm with my sister.
Like, no.
Go to bed.
You're not calling me and telling me to come home.
No.
No.
No. Drew's filming with Dennis. Portia's going to be mad.
I was mad on her behalf.
Look. I don't understand why Drew's corny. This is Drew being corny. Drew is corny. She shouldn't be corny. She was famous before Housewives. Yeah. She's being corny. This is corny behavior.
This is corny behavior.
And it's thirsty.
Yeah.
Dennis says the drama's only happening because Portia's going through a divorce. But he tells Drew she needs to talk to Portia. And Drew's like, hell no. I'll just talk to Portia whenever she approaches me, which is the wrong approach to have, Drew.
It's like... Pick up the phone and call her.
Hello.
Because that's the simplest thing to do. Now it is your fault.
It is.
Because the baby daddy is different. It is
that's her family.
That's family.
That's her daughter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. For it to get to a point to... No, like pick up the phone, call her. Drew, you're making excuses.
So then everyone arrives at the vault for Angela's bank dinner.
Oh,
and Buckhead. Everyone thinks Buckhead is not a nice area.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Is it really that bad?
The place looked gorgeous.
Beautiful. So it's all black everything. The theme is black excellence. And they're all supposed to come dressed in black and they start showing up gorgeous, beautiful. Kenya walks in. Turquoise dress, but that is so Kenya.
Yeah.
That is so Kenya.
Yeah. I don't know her well, but I saw her and I was like, that makes sense.
That's Kenya.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shamia then brings an olive branch and olive oil to Angela.
That was beautiful. I like how both of them were on the same page. They want to squash it. Great housewife.
Good behavior. A+ job, Angela and Shamia. But also, I like the practicality of the gift. Like, Angela received it.
Yes.
And she was like, my husband uses this.
So I was like, look, two
olive
scones, one bird.
Expensive, too. That's like a $25 bottle of olive oil.
And she Instacarted it.
So she paid $50.
She paid $50 for that bottle of olive oil. That's a perfect apology.
Yeah. So they're all kind of around the dinner. And then Kelly calls out Drew for not buying anything at the Balmain, charity thing. And then she's like, no, look, I'm texting with the sales girl. But then Kelly was on Watch What Happens Live. And she said, I haven't seen any receipts.
I don't think she bought it.
No. But also, she said it was for her child and it was a $2,000 blazer. I don't think you should be spending $2,000 on children's clothing.
No, especially if they're going to grow out of it. I just don't. I don't understand it. And maybe it's because I don't have that money. If I had that money now.
No, I still wouldn't. But I literally would never do that. Yeah. Even if I'm rich.
They're going to grow out of it. That's all I'm thinking.
They're getting the gap.
They're getting the gap. Which is great.
That's because right now it'd be Old Navy.
Right.
You know, because I feel like Old Navy is like a step under the Gap.
Gap Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Gap Kids. Yeah.
And then Shamia shows everyone her new song, and Drew's like, "Oh, this isn't you." Or Shamia shows everyone her new song, and Portia's like, "This isn't you. This is Drew." And Shamia's like, "No, this is my song."
That was shady.
So shady.
So shady.
And I don't think Portia intended it. I think it was like the inner mean girl coming out.
I think so too. I think it was like her subconscious because Drew's making music. Shami is making music.
She's jealous.
And I love you, Portia, but like you
shine in so many ways.
Yes, this is your best friend. You're telling me you're not gonna know how your best friend sounds.
Yeah,
and you're going, I thought it was. I'm saying that because it was good, and I thought it was Drew. I was like, also we've heard Drew's music. Come on.
Be for real. We heard Drew moaning in the fucking mic.
Girl. Like, it was just shady.
No. So then they play a game where they all ask anonymous questions. And it starts with, like, asking Shamia how she thanked her husband for that Rolls Royce. And then Portia said she heard some things about Angela's husband, Charles. But she won't say what, which is the most annoying thing.
It's the worst thing for a person to do is to dangle a piece of
gossip, but not and say, especially about her husband.
Yeah, to be like, I have something.
Other housewives have broken glass about that.
Oh, yes, and we did just watch that.
Because Angela would say, don't talk about the husband. No,
or,
she would never. She's
Lisa.
But Angela's too classy to do that.
Yeah.
But Angela's not too classy to do is, I think she should start hiring a glam squad for her confessionals because what is going on with that nose contour?
I know, it was.
And if she has a glam squad, fire them.
It felt like there was like extra powder. I don't know.
And there's just like, it's not in the right places. And she doesn't need nose contour.
No.
Like her nose is, I don't care what Shamia said. I like her nose.
Yeah.
Would she say Janet Jackson?
Janet Jackson.
90s. Your nose is so 90s. So natural.
Yeah. Oh. So
that's what. See, Angela needs to get a little quicker with
that. Yes. So now, that's a good read. That's a good read.
Then they ask Kenya why she's involving herself in Britt's marriage, and they kind of go back and forth a little. And then Kenya goes, "Well, peasants can't come for a queen." And Britt,
Papa, she lost her fucking shit.
She pops off. She gets so mad, and she's going on. Now we were talking about this earlier. Was she drunk? Was she trying to have a moment?
Right.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both because this has been simmering in her since after the first episode and Kenya made that comment about that ring. She has not let the mouse go.
She really wanted to fight.
Did not. And she wanted to fight. And so now that being drunk,
she's just popping
and
all
she
the way
made
off.
this comment, which, come on, it like everybody clocked it as being like just a little gimmick, you know. It's a little read. It's fairy tale like wording.
I would be okay. Brooklyn could say that. Kenya's daughter. Brooklyn could have said that.
Yes,
you know, it's not like that bad.
If any of my friends would have said that, I would have been like, oh,
okay, girl.
Okay, like, you know, like you did not need to start threatening her
with guns.
And then her husband.
And I'm sorry. Look, I know Kenya probably deserved getting fired. I don't know. I think not, because she was threatened with gun violence in this country. I don't think so, honey.
No. I think both of them should have been. Also, the fact that Brittany didn't get suspended, right?
No,
that's kind of fucked up. Like,
very messed up. And then she went on Instagram when it was happening and was like, I never threatened anyone with gun violence. Girl, you clearly did, because your husband ran to you so quick to pull that mic off you.
Yes.
So you were threatening gun violence.
Yes. And like, even if it was in the heat of the moment and you didn't mean it, but look at the country that we live in.
Yeah. No, like, it was bad. And it's not that show. We don't do...
No.
there's a lot of things you can do on Bravo. We don't do gun violence.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for next week.
I'm so excited. 2 more days. Well, I mean.
But when you're listening to this.
You already know.
How wonderful it is to be you.
I'm jealous of you.
You already know. So whether you're listening to this on your way to work and you're like, I know. You know the secret.
They're like girls.
But what if you haven't watched the episode yet? Because that's fine. Because we're not going to talk about it again until next week. So anyways, we're literally all things. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on. I'm on Threads. I'm doing the Instagram threads. I'm into the threads. I'm into my Spotify. I'm into Apple Podcasts. I'm like on every place you can find me.
Hell yeah.
So find us. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.